Hot today, 97, 98 for the high, the feline temperature 109, light south winds. Near 80 tonight, mostly clear, light south winds will continue. Saturday, mostly sunny around 97, and Sunday, partly to mostly sunny about 97. Could be a thunderstorm Sunday. Jonesboro, that's your KLEK 102.5 FM weather.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. EU leaders have reached a deal on migration at a summit in Brussels. A Friday edition has been published by the newspaper in Maryland, at which there was a mass shooting on Thursday. Iraq has executed at least 12 people for terrorism offences, and in the UK, the match commander on the day of the 1989 Hillsborough disaster will face trial for manslaughter by gross negligence of 95 football supporters who died in the tragedy.
It's 9:01.
Community Conversations is brought to you by Arkansas Early Learning, offering no-cost childcare in Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas. Applications at arearlylearning.org.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday to you. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Quabila Jones, and my special guest today is Mr. Jeff Presley from Jonesboro E-911. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So I've been trying to keep up a little bit with the weather news and all things going on around Jonesboro, and I saw a post that got my attention concerning heat stroke and heat exhaustion, and I really wanted you to come and talk about some summer safety. We're still seeing reports of people leaving kids and dogs in the cars, and people are just getting overheated, and then there are quite a few other issues that the 911 service deal with as well. So I would like for you to please just help give us some tips on how to survive the summer.
Yes, this is our busy time of year at 911 when the heat kicks in and a lot of people's out and about, school's out and things like that. We have a lot more call volume, but right now, one of the biggest dangers we're facing in Northeast Arkansas is the heat. This morning early, we had a call about a small child, left in a car at Walmart. This morning. We went out and the parent was going to run in just for a minute. Of course, it was cooler this morning, but the heat index was still in the mid-80s. So it's a very dangerous situation, even for that little second. Children's and elderly and animals, we run into that on a daily basis, where somebody runs into a business and they leave their dog in the car. If we encounter that, we're going to send an officer out there. But this heat is, if you're working outside, heat index up to 110 degrees, it can get you really quick. And we've been sharing some information on social media, the difference between heat exhaustion and a heat stroke.
Okay.
Heat exhaustion, if you're sweating and you've got a headache, you're feeling sick or dizzy, you've got heat exhaustion. Now, the danger point is whenever you go to your body not sweating, and sweating stops and you become really sick or faint, you've got a heat stroke, which is extremely dangerous. And if you're around someone that has that, call 911 as soon as possible so we can get someone out there, get them in a shaded area, cool them off if you can.
All right. And so you can find this information if you go to Jonesboro E-911 on Facebook and scroll down. There is a chart, and there's some more valuable information on there as well. But there's a chart that says heat exhaustion or heat stroke, and it gives you signs and symptoms to look for and how to treat it. But first and foremost, call 911 if you're unsure on which one is going on, so that this person can get the help that they need in a timely manner. What could happen to someone if they are not treated within a timely manner? Let's just say they have reached the point of a heat stroke. Too much time has lapsed. what can happen?
Well, it's going to depend on the health of the person and the age. It can happen to anybody at any age, but the elderly, if they have some underlying health problems, it's going to add to that. And in the past, we've actually seen people that has died from a heat stroke or heat exhaustion. So if you've already got some health problems, some heart problems, or taking special medications that may interfere with your health, the heat can be deadly. So, we always tell folks, if you have any doubt at all that this may be a medical emergency, call 911. Let us get somebody out there. That's what we're there for.
All right, so transitioning into calling 911, there's a service set up called Smart 911. Many people nowadays have a mobile device of some sort, and that's their main form of communication. We have had conversations in the past how, a child has called 911, but they weren't at the age, or they didn't have the adequate enough information to give the dispatcher to their so that they can get to their location in a timely manner. So Smart 911 helps to try to eliminate some of the confusion of when a call comes in on a mobile device. So explain that.
Absolutely. The state of Arkansas is blessed to have this product. It is truly a Smart 911 system, and it's free and paid for. If you look on your cell phone bill where you pay 65 cents for 911 service on your cell phone bill, that 65 cents pays for Smart 911. Okay. So what you do is very easy to set up. It's a web-based app that you go in, smart911.com, build you a profile for your family. You can add all of your cell phones in there, your landlines, your locations, medical information that you would like to share for first responders, utility cutoffs for your house and things like that. So this is an app that's been tested and secured. It's in use across the United States, but Arkansas is the first state to go statewide and pay for it for the citizens. So awesome. Let's say you're traveling from Jonesboro, Arkansas to Little Rock. You've got your cell phone and you've got your Smart 911 app. If you have an accident down there and you call 911, that dispatch center in Little Rock is going to see your Smart 911 profile, and it's got what we call a geofence. It's going to give the GPS coordinates of where you're at. It's going to says you're not at home in Jonesboro, you're traveling. Okay. So the dispatch center there is going to see all your good information, and that information could actually save your life in time of emergency.
And I actually have a profile set up, and I try to remind myself at least every 3 to 6 months to go in and just make sure everything is up to date, especially if I change phone numbers, anything changes with my son, any ID changes, anything of that nature. So I am happy that I set it up. I've had to call 911 recently, but now they still ask me those questions. So right. Does setting this profile up eliminate them still asking you your address and other...
The 911 dispatcher or call taker will go ahead and verify some information because we have to look at the scenario that someone else could be using your phone. So we want to make sure we got the right person's profile. And added information about Smart 911. A lot of people ask the question, well, I don't want to put personal information on this website. This has been tested. It's safe and secured through the Attorney General's Office of Arkansas. Okay. So it's not a searchable database where someone can go in and search your profile. The only time that profile is going to be seen is if you initiate a 911 call. Okay. And it stays on the screen for about 20 minutes for 911 operators to go ahead and dispatch and get you help out there.
All right. We want to say good morning to Mr. David Carnes, and he says, very proud of you, Jeff. Thanks for all you do. I appreciate your continuous improvement through training, public feedback, and teamwork. You set the bar high with your experience and expertise, my friend. Well, thank you, Mr. Carnes, for that.
Yes, thank you, David.
And I want to say thank you to everyone else that's watching who I can't see who you are. If you have any information you would like to share concerning E-911, please feel free to jump in the conversation and leave your comments in the comment box or you can give us a call in the studio, 870-277-1080. We'll be happy to address your call. If it's something more personal, we'll have to do it off air. I'm sure Mr. Jeff wouldn't mind handling
That's right.
Any questions that you all may have. That's what he's here for.
Absolutely.
But I would definitely encourage everyone to go in and, like, I'm looking at my profile and it still says like it's only 85% complete, so I need to go through and see what else I need to add. But I try to make sure I keep my email up to date, me and my son's date of birth, and addresses and phone numbers. See, any phone number need to change. So I see some things I need to do. You can provide preferred providers, your ambulance and hospital service, right. So they'll know where to take you. So I want to encourage everyone to go in and utilize this service. Now I do want to ask, we've talked about this before, can community members, organizations possibly set up a day or an event where you or your dispatchers can come out and help people who may not know how to really navigate the computer to set this profile up?
Absolutely. This is being a statewide program. We have resources with Arkansas Department of Emergency Management. They've actually got folks on staff there that will come out and assist our local center in setting up any type of programs at a venue for the community to help assist in getting your profile set up. And something very important about Smart 911 that we can tie into the summer safety. Right now we're doing a push at Jonesboro 911 to register your swimming pool to your address. Simply for safety reasons. So if we get a call from there about a water rescue or a drowning or something, we know what information about your pool and your home and where that's located, and you can put in how deep that pool is, where you store your chemicals, all kinds of safety information. And this is for your benefit. If we respond, we'll have that added information to speed that process up, because in our business a few seconds makes a difference. It can save a lot.
So, all right, I'm challenging everyone out there listening to pass this message on to everyone you know. Set up your profile on Smart 911 and include all of your family members or anyone else. Make it an event. Have a potluck or something. I don't know. Find some kind of creative way to get everyone together to set up their profile. And it's really fairly simple. You can add pictures of your home or your driver's license or a picture of yourself. And I changed my hair color often, so I need to update my picture. Update my picture of my profile. But
we encourage you to test that profile. Once you set it up with your family, you can make a real 911 call and test that profile, and the 911 call taker or dispatcher that answers can read your information back to make sure everything's coming through.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for that. All right. So we also want to talk about another event that is coming up in July. Now, you all partnered with some veterans to host a blood drive, but there's another blood drive coming up again, because American Red Cross can never have too much blood. There's always some type of, and I hate to say disaster, but some type of event that's happening. Right now we're in a season where there's a lot of storms and wind, and we don't know what condition some people are in where they live based on there's a lot of damage that's been happening around.
Summertime increases the need for blood. There's more people traveling, more accidents, more things happening. So right now it's crucial time for the American Red Cross here in Northeast Arkansas. They're needing our help. A few months ago you mentioned we did a military blood drive. We've done that several times in the past. That blood goes directly to the military families and soldiers that's deployed that needs it right away. So it's a very worthy cause. But we also have to take care of our local Red Cross to help those guys out. And of course, they keep me on speed dial. I'm O negative, so my blood is universal. So when it's time to give, they're calling me, so I'm going to go. But we got the Battle of the Badges coming up. This is a great event we've had in the past. It's a fun event between the police officers, law enforcement side, and the firefighters side.
Okay.
So you can sign up for either one when you get blood. It's all in fun. When it comes down to the work of first responders, it's one team, one mission.
Okay.
These guys have fun, kind of facing off against each other, and they'll tell the jokes about the donuts with the cops, and the cops will tell the jokes about the firefighters barbecuing or playing basketball. But it's all in fun. Like
right.
I say, when it's time to go to work and help people, it's one team, one mission.
Okay. I don't know about any of you, but if you ever had to call police or fire, ambulance, they are on the job. As soon as that alarm goes out, call comes in, they're booted and suited up, and they're out the door and ready to go. We have some really great first responders here in our city, so let's back them. Let's support them by supporting this blood drive. I'm O positive, so I know they probably want my blood.
And it's going to be a great event at St. Bernard's Auditorium on July the 11th. That afternoon, so
Okay.
You can actually go online to the Red Cross and set up an appointment for that day,
okay.
or you can show up and they'll work you in. And my understanding is they'll be taking doubles. So with mine as O negative, I give what they call the doubles. So
Okay.
it takes me about 45 minutes to process that.
And then you can get, I don't know if I still have my card with me, you can get a card that shows that you are a donor and shows your blood type, and I think they will even mark on, I don't have it with me, I think they'll mark on there each time that you give blood.
Correct.
As well. So, and then it's handy to have on hand also if you are in an accident, if you have that card on you, the emergency personnel will know what blood type you are.
And we can tie that into Smart 911. You can add that blood type information to your Smart 911 profile.
Yes, sir.
That few seconds of that information being on there can actually save your life.
All right. I want to say good morning to Dr. Lily Fears and Amanda Donovan. She says, good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Q and Gansy. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning.
All right. So, I cannot stress enough. Tell everyone you know about Smart 911, and then also come out and support this blood drive. Let's show our first responders that we support them. This is Wednesday, July 11th, 1 to 6 p.m. at St. Bernard's Auditorium. I will make sure to post this flyer on our KLEK website, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere we can spread
And a
the
little
word.
bit of added information I'm going to share on that blood drive. We got a limited number of t-shirts. It says,
Okay.
I answered the call, 911 Battle of the Badges.
Oh.
So some cool t-shirts there.
All right, so look, what other incentive do you need besides helping to save someone else's life with your blood donation? You get a free t-shirt, and then of course they give cookies and juices.
That's right. They've got the snack tables ready to go.
That's right. All right, so any other updates you would like to share with us? How many people, first of all, how many people are on your team?
Well, we've got 21 members at Jonesboro 911.
Okay.
We've got a couple of divisions. We got training officers, director's office. So we do state and federal compliance through my office,
Okay.
and we actually do the evaluations for the training through my office. So right now we got a good team of people. We got some new folks in training. Summertime is a tough time for 911 because somebody's got to work those midnights, those holidays, weekends, and things like that. And I always tell young folks getting into the business, this is not a job, it's a calling.
No,
It's
I can
something
do
that
it.
you've got to dedicate yourself to. It's very important, but satisfaction of knowing you're making a difference in the world and you may save a life.
That's right, because some people have to call in sometimes their worst moments of their life. I know recently we've had some bicycle accidents that were very, very serious. One of the young men I know, he's still in the hospital. He's doing better. However, it was a long road. It has
Right.
been a long road and very uneasy at times for his mom. And, so thank goodness for 911 services being available to get him the help that he needed in a timely manner. But we have to be mindful and start watching the roads and watching the kids.
We really do. We're busy around here, traffic, and Yesterday we had a major traffic accident out north of Bono that blocked the roadway for a while, had a couple of fatalities. This can happen so quick. And this day and age, a lot of people, and this is one of my pet peeves, is the texting and driving is so dangerous.
Yes.
Young folks, it can happen so quick. Taking your eyes off that roadway, something can happen. We have to pay attention and be careful out there. But we see a lot of accidents here, and we try to post those for community safety on our social media and Twitter and Facebook accounts. And Nixle, Nixle is a free communication device here in Jonesboro and Craighead County. We use Nixle.com. It's a free notification app. You can sign up to your phone there, and if we have a major accident or a fire where we're closing a roadway, you'll get that Nixle alert about that information. So we're trying to stay on top of the game here in Jonesboro, make sure people's updated about what's going on.
All right, so if you have access to all those different mobile apps, I encourage you to follow, like, and share all of the ones that relate to Jonesboro, especially fire, police, 911, so that you can stay on top of what is going on within the city, in and around the city, and in the county as well. I can't thank you all enough for what you do.
Thank you.
I've had to utilize your services, not just for myself. Some years ago, my son was in a four-wheeler accident, and when I tell you they were there, like, everybody came out and really helped out and got us the help we need in a very timely manner.
We are truly blessed in this area, not only in the city of Jonesboro, but Craighead County. We have first responders, volunteer firefighters that donate their time. They don't get paid anything. And we have 10 different departments in Craighead County, and those guys are ready to go if you need them at any time. And they can leave work. Some of them's teachers, and different things they work at. They will leave their work, jump in a vehicle, and respond to motor vehicle accidents without getting paid for it. They're putting their life on the line to help others, and that's what it's all about. We're in this world together, and we got to help each other. So hats off to the first responders.
Yes, right. If you see someone in uniform, or if you see someone that you know is a first responder, show them your appreciation. Buy their meal, just say hello, tell them thank you. It doesn't cost anything to be kind to the next person, so please show them your appreciation. Another way you can show your appreciation is going to this blood drive.
That's right. We need your help on that blood drive.
All right. The city of Jonesboro needs you. The American Red Cross needs you. Please go out. And then, like Mr. Presley said, you can sign up for, the cops or firefighters, Make it a friendly competition.
And it is. It's all fun and games. Like I say, those guys, they pick at each other in fun, and that makes it interesting. But when it comes down to business, it's one team.
All right. And remember, keep the kids out of the car, the animals, elderly people, stay hydrated, all that good stuff.
Swimming pool safety, that's a big issue right now. We're doing a push on our social media pages about making sure that you have that fence up, making sure that fence is secure, a self-locking gate, put up the information for your neighbors that you've got a pool there. Because in the past we've had, and it's always sad where children's wandered into a pool somewhere.
Yeah.
It can happen so quick.
Yes, sir. All right, I want to say good morning to Pastor Jermaine Whedon. And Amanda says, please give the gift of life. Yes, right, Amanda. So,
yes, thank you.
All right, well, today is an abbreviated show. We're going to get our weekend started early. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in and for supporting Kelly K. Please go sign up on Smart 911.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy